Dozen people scammed out of $1 million. 2 people have been arrested on a number of fraud charges.
Fox 5's Denise Dillon talked to Roswell police about the pair's extensive business scheme and why they believe there are more victims.
$1 million fraud scheme and a lot of victims. This all happened through an alleged growth and coaching business, part of it run on social media.
I don't mind.
Oh my gosh, Shirley!
Sometimes you want to be free. Bras are constricting.
Well, it looks like we're in for another lesson today, folks. And let me tell you, when it comes to love advice, you might want to think twice before taking cues from the one and only Steve Harvey. Why am I saying this? Well, it turns out that Shirley Strawberry learned this lesson the hard way, and boy, do I have all the details to share with you. Now, in case you're not familiar, Shirley happens to be Steve Harvey's co-host. And guess what? Her husband is currently caught up in a whole mess of trouble. We're talking serious charges here, folks. He's been charged of engaging in scams and involved in some deeply disturbing activities that involves children with a woman who claims to be his attorney but is actually his other girlfriend. Can you believe it? And right now, Shirley is ready to spill all the scandalous beans. She's about to reveal every single juicy detail surrounding this shocking saga. So, hold on to your seats because I'm about to take you on a wild ride filled with exclusive insider information that will leave you gasping for more. Trust me, this is one gossip tale you won't want to miss out on.
You guys all knew everybody in the office is like here.
Wow.
Congratulations, girl.
Congratulations, Shirley Strawberry.
You guys.
Now, before we delve into all the juicy details, let's take a moment to get to know Shirley Strawberry and her husband, Ernesto Williams. Shirley had an interesting romantic journey, having been married not once, but twice in her life. While the identity of her first husband remains a bit mysterious, what we do know is that they share a beautiful daughter named Sheridan. Now here's where things get interesting. Both Shirley and Ernesto owe their connection to none other than the legendary love guru himself, Steve Harvey. Yes, you heard it right. Steve played a crucial role in bringing these two lovebirds together. He acted as the ultimate matchmaker, bridging the gap between them and paving the way for their blossoming relationship. But hold on tight, because the story takes a twist that might make you question Steve's love advice altogether. Let's focus on Shirley Strawberry for a moment. She's quite the superstar in the entertainment world, renowned for her captivating presence as a co-host on the wildly popular Steve Harvey morning show. Since its inception back in 2000, Shirley has been wowing audiences with her razor-sharp wit, engaging personality, and thought-provoking insights on a diverse range of topics. Her boundless energy and down-to-earth approach have made her a beloved figure, entertaining and inspiring listeners across the globe. Now, let's shift our focus to Ernesto Williams, the husband of our beloved Shirley Strawberry. Ernesto is quite the go-getter, carving out a successful path for himself in the booming men's grooming industry with his thriving venture, Ernesto Cuts. The man is no stranger to the world of clippers and scissors, possessing a remarkable talent for transforming men's appearance into absolute perfection. However, it seems that Ernesto's skills extend beyond haircuts and grooming, as he has also demonstrated an unfortunate knack for engaging in deceptive practices and running various scams. Their lives were going well until last year. In 2022, a man named Ernesto Williams, who shares the same name as Shirley's husband, was apprehended and faced serious charges related to inappropriate material involving children found on his computer. At first, there was uncertainty if this man was, in fact, Shirley's spouse. But as time progressed, it became undeniably clear that the man in question was indeed her husband. Now, here's where things get even more intriguing. Ernest has quite a colorful past, with a trail of criminal activities. In the past, he has served time in prison for engaging in fraud and armed robbery, making him no stranger to the wrong side of the law, as confirmed by Media Takeout. While Ernesto's lawyer did not explicitly state at the time that Shirley Strawberry is his client's wife, the lawyer dropped some tantalizing hints during court proceedings. He revealed to the court that Ernesto's wife is someone who enjoys public recognition and attention. Curiously enough, during the same courtroom session, Ernesto's attorney accidentally let slip that Ernesto's wife's first name begins with the letter S and her last name is Strawberry. During Ernesto's bail hearing, the prosecutor made some jaw-dropping claims. They disclosed that they had intercepted phone conversations where Ernesto was caught in discussions with multiple individuals. Among these conversations was one with his alleged mistress, in which they discussed plans of escaping from Atlanta to Florida together. The prosecutor also revealed that they had overheard a conversation between Ernesto and his wife. In this conversation, shocking details emerged, such as talk of Shirley's boss, rumored to be Steve Harvey, having a luxurious second home in Abu Dhabi, which Ernesto saw as a potential sanctuary to evade legal consequences by leaving the country. Fast forward to today, and it's been officially confirmed that Shirley Strawberry's husband was indeed the man arrested in 2022. But hold on to your hats because there's more to the story. After months of investigating, the police cracked down on Ernesto Williams, also known as Nesto, who was 57 years old at the time, and Erica King, 46 years old, for charges including fraud, forgery, and theft. Can you believe it? They had conned more than a dozen people. Detectives started looking into rental fraud, and that's when they discovered the extent of their deceitful operation. Williams and King had created fake companies and promised coaching services to help people grow their businesses. But here's the catch. They took people's money without actually providing the services they promised. It's estimated that the victims lost over $1 million in cash and property. Whoa. What's even more shocking is the fact that Shirley Strawberry was aware of her husband's affair. In fact, Williams and King rented a house right next to Shirley's home in Roswell, Georgia. Talk about drama hitting close to home. The investigation began when Williams and King started falling behind on their rental payments and began bouncing checks. The police dug deeper into their finances and uncovered their $1 million credit repair scam in 2022. They had tricked people into thinking they could help them improve their credit, but it was all a sham. Officer Tim Lupo from the Roswell Police Department shed light on the deceitful tactics employed by Williams and King. They would establish relationships with their victims, capitalizing on their aspirations for brand growth, life goals, and social media fame. However, instead of providing the promised assistance, they left their victims high and dry, wreaking havoc on their financial well-being. Williams has quite a criminal record, including previous convictions for fraud and armed robbery. And guess what? Shirley Strawberry actually wrote a letter to the judge asking for leniency for her husband. Talk about standing by your man, huh? As part of his bail conditions, the judge ordered Williams to stay away from Shirley's daughter, Sheridan, and her 2 children. Plus, he was forbidden from having any contact with animals. By the way, it's worth mentioning that when Williams wasn't involved in legal activities, he actually had a successful business as the owner of a popular 24-hour barbershop in Atlanta. The New York Times even wrote an article about his barbershop back in 2012. Famous figures like Shaquille O'Neal and rapper Akon were among the high-profile customers who frequented his establishment. But back to his whole ordeal. In order to escape the messy situation, Shirley Strawberry bravely decides to reveal everything she knows about her husband's involvement with his mistress Erica. It's important to remember that although Shirley and Steve Harvey weren't directly involved in these scams like Ernest was, they can't escape the consequences of knowing about it and not taking action. One person even commented, "She needs to take responsibility and accountability for not vetting him in the first place." Another person chimed in saying, "Shame on Steve for even introducing them. I truly believe Steve knew of his shady past." Just think about all the people who trusted Ernest and paid for help to grow their businesses and improve themselves, only to be tricked and scammed. It's truly heartbreaking. What's even more astounding is the revelation that Ernest is now facing multiple charges, including a minimum of 4 counts related to exploitation, with the potential for further serious felony charges to be added. It appears that Ernest's motives extend beyond financial gain, as disturbing allegations of inappropriate behavior involving children have emerged, casting a dark shadow over the situation. While unconfirmed, there have been rumors circulating about possible mistreatment of Shirley's own children, adding an additional layer of concern. One thing is certain, this saga is far from reaching its conclusion. Fans are left contemplating whether there are undisclosed aspects of the story yet to be revealed. But what are your thoughts on this shocking turn of events? Feel free to share your opinions in the comments below. While we wait for updates, don't forget to watch the next video, where you'll discover even more shocking details.